Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO. Free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with MTK Global, joined by Mr. Eddie Hearn. Mate, you've had a lot of stick tonight, haven't you?
The stick has been unbelievable.
Can we have a look?
Yeah, mate. Maybe it's just the TV and like you can't actually see the true greatness of it in real life.
Who rocks this?
This is Reese.
Yep.
These are Tom Sweeney.
Yep.
These are Givenchy's.
Okay.
I rate it. I've had so much stick online.
Flintoff give it to you,
I
right?
know. Oh well.
Yeah, reaction to tonight. Let's start with Saunders Murray.
Yeah, I think he was very critical of himself, Bill. I thought it was a great performance. I mean, look, we're finding a lot of these guys are coming back to the ring having been out 12, I think 13 months with Billy Joe Saunders. I thought he was unlucky not to get the knockdown in the 4th or the 5th. I thought he was going to stop him. He didn't, because Martin Murray's tough as old boots, stuck in there, kept trying. And I thought it was a good performance from Billy. You know, I think sometimes he's overcritical of himself because he thinks that he should be delivering pound for pound great performances because he thinks he's a pound for pound fighter, and I believe he is as well. But he's a rhythm fighter, and he has to be in that rhythm to perform. And I think he has to have that fear factor to perform as well. But all in all, I thought it was a very good performance.
And Martin Murray, we know what Martin Murray is. He's as tough as they come.
Yeah.
And
well, he wouldn't give up. I mean, in the 4th round, it was a knockdown in my opinion, and I thought Billy would get him out of there. But he kept, he kept going. He had a good couple of rounds, I thought, at the end of the fight. I gave him more than, I think, 2 judges gave him 1 round, or I gave him more rounds than that. Not many more, but, big respect to him. He's a great guy. And for Billy, he banks the 12 rounds, and he has to go into a career-defining fight in 2021.
So, we know, obviously, Callum Smith's fighting Canelo in a couple of weeks, but for him, is he going to spend 2021 kind of hanging off whether a Canelo fight happens?
I think ultimately everybody wants that Canelo fight, but one thing with Bill is he won't wait around. I mean, he ruled himself out of the fight this year at the back end of the year because he knew he weren't going to get the deal that he wanted to get for that fight. He had the deal agreed. It was all done for May until the pandemic hit. But you can't limit yourself to Gennady Golovkin. The Demetrius Andrade fight is a great fight for him. The Gennady Golovkin fight is a great fight for him. Hopefully Callum Smith beats Canelo, and that's a big, massive all-British unification fight as well. So, but we just, if we don't get him that fight, if he doesn't have that fight, it'll be a wasted career, right? And I don't want that because he's in a prime now, and we must deliver him those fights because for years and years, people have been saying he's pound for pound best fighter in Britain. But we're only going to find out if we put him in those kind of fights, So, and you're going to see the best of Billy Joe Saunders in those kind of fights. So I want to see it from my own eyes, and I want to make sure we get him.
James Tennyson destroyed Josh O'Reilly inside a round.
Yeah.
I do want to first ask you about Johnny Nelson's comments tonight on Sky, where he said that today James Tennyson would beat Gervonta Davis.
Well, I think I want Johnny Nelson on part of the Matchroom promotional team. I think James Tennyson can beat anyone, but it's a hell of a jump from where he's fighting at the moment up to Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is a pound-for-pound top fighter. The thing is with Tennyson, he has the power and the equaliser to beat anybody, but he's not operating yet anywhere near the levels of Gervonta Davis. So can he beat those guys? Yeah, I think he has the power to beat them. Would I put him in with them yet? No, I don't think so, because those guys have proved to be special, and Tennyson's proving to be a very dangerous puncher that might just go on to be a force at lightweight. So we need to calm down. I love Johnny Nelson, I think I'm on board with his comments. But if I'm honest with you, we need to get that next fight now. Before those guys, I'm talking about Fortuna, I'm talking about Linares. I think it's a wonderful fight.
Roberto Diaz tweeted you tonight.
What did he say?
I think he said, let's go.
Yeah, okay. And then I think Linares replied as well, said, I'll beat another one of your boys. That's a massive fight in Belfast, massive fight. And as I said on Sky, right, fight fans have so many opinions, don't they? And they're very vocal. But you love entertainment, don't you? You love knockouts. You love fighters that come to knock people out. That's James Tennyson. So get behind this kid, especially if you're from Belfast or Northern Ireland, because they're massive, brilliant fight fans.
Good wins for Lewis Edmondson and also Dante Dixon.
Yeah, really good. Good win for Louis. And I'll tell you what, Dante Dixon is a real talent. That kid's a star. You see the response on social media tonight. I'm going to sign him. And, you know, sometimes you see a fighter that you get excited about. He's one of them. Cash Farouk, you know, those kind of fighters that I watch and I go, do you know what? That's a rough diamond. I want to get behind that fighter, and I want to see how far we can take him. And Dante Dixon's one of them. So I'll be reaching out to Billy Joe Saunders and Adam Etches and MTK, and hopefully we can get a deal done to get behind Dante Dixon, because I think he's a star. I really do.
Lerone Richards, bit of a difficult opponent for him in terms of looking good tonight.
I feel for him a little bit, because, you know, everyone gets on the back, don't they? Oh, Lerone, what's that? Blah, blah. I'll tell you what it was. He got a call 5 days ago to fight because he hasn't boxed for a year, right? And I wanted to get him out, and I didn't want him to wait till next year. So we looked around, we found Timo Lane, who just come and just to survive, and it was a bit frustrating, but he got the rounds in the bank. So sometimes, from the selfish point of view of Lerone Richards' career, no problem at all, perfect. From the fans' point of view, understand you wanted to see something a little bit more aggressive and understand. But I'm happy because next year he can go into a European title fight, fringe world title level, and we can see how good he is. You're going to see Lerone Richards looking very, very good against good fighters. But Timo Lane just come to survive. I think he threw a dozen punches in the whole fight.
Wonderful knockout from Shannon Courtney tonight as well.
Really good. I thought Shannon's performance was excellent. I really did tonight. I mean, she's worked tirelessly since that defeat to Rachel Ball. And I thought she boxed really, really well tonight against a tough opponent. And it was a stunning knockout. So fair play to her. And I want to make the Rachel Ball rematch, make that for the WBA bantamweight.
Next?
Yep, next. February.
So you're not going to go Ball, Bridges and then...
No, I spoke to Ebony Bridges the other day, and she's going to need either probably a little comeback fight with her injury, or she won't be ready for January or February anyway. So I'd rather make the Shannon Courtney Rachel Ball fight, and Ebony Bridges can have the winner.
Any update on Lawrence Okoli's opponent search?
Yes, we have, I think, 3 opponents who we are looking to finalise tonight, first thing in the morning. One of them is actually fighting tomorrow, Sislak, and then he'll fly straight over after that if he wins. So if he wins and he's fit to go, I believe it will be him. If not, we've got a couple of others that are standing by.
So which opponents will make it for the full title?
Sislak. Yeah, he's number 7, something like that, 8. There's another fighter in the top 15, and there's another fighter, Jazuski, who is, I think, 20-0, and he is the WBO considering him as well.
Okay, and the winner to fight, Glowacka?
Glowacka, yeah.
Okay.
But fingers crossed, Lawrence Okoli still for the world title next Saturday.
Okay. Just watched an interview with Frank Warren earlier where he said that it's not basically your meeting with him's off now.
Is it?
Because of your comments.
Oh, really? I'm absolutely devastated. I mean, he should really stop talking about me and start talking about his fighters. I mean, it's so boring. I mean, like, I'm not having lunch with him now. Oh my God, I'm absolutely devastated. How's the business going to survive? You know.
Well, it was a pipe dream at one point.
He's obsessed with me. He's obsessed with me. But listen, I'm not surprised. Look at this combo. Unbelievable. I'd be obsessed with me. Don't worry about it, Frank. Get over it, son.
Any news on Tyson Fury attending next week?
No, I don't know. There was some rumours that some of the broadcasters were talking to him to attending. He's more than welcome. I think it would be great to have him here. Listen, hopefully, there's a few things going on behind the scenes that we can finalise that fight. You know, it'd be great to announce it next week, wouldn't it? But we'll see.
That's very unlikely, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you start going quiet, that means things are shit's going down.
But everyone wants to do it, and you know we're all moving together to make that fight. AJ's just got to win. Just got to win.
All right, Edward. We'll catch up with you next week. Huge week, pay-per-view week.
Huge week, biggest fight week of the year. AJ Pulev, let's go.
His video is being sponsored by DAZN at the moment.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.